you see a painted sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the
Love Shack! Love Shack, yeah, yeah. I'm heading down the Atlanta highway, looking for the love getaway, headed for the love getaway.
I got me a car, it's as big as a whale, and we're heading on down to the Love Shack. I got me a Chrysler, it seats about 20, so hurry up and bring your jukebox money.
The Love Shack is the little old place where we can get together. Love Shack, baby.
A Love Shack, baby.
Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. Love Shack, baby, Love
That's where
Shack.
it's at.
Sign says, stay away, fools, 'cause love rules at the Love Shack. Well, it's set way back in the middle of the field.
Just a funky old shack, and I gotta get back.
Glitter on the mattress, glitter on the highway, glitter on the front porch, glitter on the highway. The Love Shack is the little old place where we can get together. Love Shack, baby.
And there you have it. What transpired at the end of Khloe's match, the coalition, which I don't know what got into them, but you know, I will admit I'm not a big fan of yours or Khloe's. I mean, I respect you guys, but what they did was wrong. It was entirely wrong. But I want to say this right now, that you can only blame yourself because you screwed me and Canadian Kid to give Chad Stallings that GM job, and you created Frankenstein.
You deserve to get screwed out of the GM spot.
Well, look, you know what?
All I did was I helped you. He was hurt. I just didn't.
But look what just happened there. I mean, look what just happened right there. I mean, you gonna let that continue?
No, LT.
I mean, every month we have our every month. You know, you gonna look forward to that. Oh, and by the way,
I'm looking forward
hi
to
NFW Nation, welcome to the Love Shack. We're not spreading the love today, but we're kind of ticked off right
I'm
now.
looking
So
forward to seeing LT Falk at every show I do, and I will beat his ass every time I see him. I don't care if it's in the parking lot. I don't care if it's in the building. I don't care if it's at Dairy Queen with Jim Cornette. I don't care where it's at.
well, that's one thing we got in common with the coalition. And I want to make a comment on LT Falk. I don't know what the heck's going on with him because last time I seen him, he didn't have that kind of attitude before. But now he's come down here with the coalition. It's like someone banged him in the head one little too many times. He's a brick shy of a load now, and turned his back and had attitude. It's like I don't know what to think. And they come out there and Chloe's match like that. It was going to pile drive her. I mean, why can how can you condone that? You can't. I just don't. I don't get it. The matches were great. They were awesome, but their attitude sucked. You know.
LT Falk has let the business go to his head.
I don't know what's gotten into Rachel. You know, me and Rachel have worked together several times in Tennessee, and you know, she's always been cool. And for some reason, that night they both kind of had something going on in their heads, and I don't know if the title made her crazy or what. But all I know is that she better be prepared for November because Khloe is coming, and Ain't no stopping me. That's
another thing I was thinking. Even when she came in today, she gave me a hug and said, "It's a long time no see." I said, "Yeah, last time I seen you, you knocked the crap out of me." She had that little guilty smile. I said, it just something just telling me right there. You know, she's got that. I don't know what's going on. And she came in all of a sudden, soon as the matches start. You know, toward the end of it, it's like her attitude just quickly changed. It's like I said, the coalition. I don't know what's going on with them. If they're wanting to form a big old group and get more people there, thinking they can take over, which that's what I'm thinking. They want NFW. I can tell right now. They just don't want general manager job. They want the whole thing. Period.
So I got a little surprise for them.
You want to announce it? You want to wait?
Chad Stallings, we can't really suspend or do anything with because he's the current general manager. And LT Falk, I want him there.
Well,
But Mr. Dyron Flynn.
Yeah.
You know Dyron? You know the little field mouse looking guy got with pimples on his chest?
Yeah.
Dyron Flynn, I'm going to be extremely nice. And I'm going to give you November 30th off. Dyron, you're suspended for a month. And maybe if I decide to bring you back, I will. So there's one down now. You're
Okay,
welcome.
but I will say this: suspending. I mean, that's only going to prolong it. I mean, when they come back, they're under contract. I mean, you can suspend them, but that doesn't. You can't take away their job.
But
you know.
it eliminates one at a time.
Well, that's
when
true.
one's gone, we'll take the others out.
But I got another question there. You seen what they did to me? Of course, I don't think you care.
I really
I was basically out of a job. I was just there with the merchandise and helping out with the videos and everything. And then all of a sudden he came over there. Since I'm still in the contract, but legally, no, they could actually have me just sitting out there and not pay me a dime. But I'm still in the contract. But they even took my so-called ref shirt away from me and pretty well said you're fired. So I don't know. You're the owner. You and Mama Rich. I don't know what your plans for me, in the future either. But I'll be there every show. But like I said, if you have anything for me, I mean, I'm willing to do. I just want to be there when they get their butts whipped. I want to be there when something's got to give. I don't care if I have to be a janitor, just be inside the ring, inside the building or something. I don't take that right, but personally, but I mean, I'm not cleaning toilets. But I'll do whatever it takes to get in that building so I can watch them get their butts whipped. Cause something's got to give. I don't know. Something's got to give.
I'm gunning for LT. So if there's any promoters out there that is through this area and you want to book Johnny Richards and Khloe, book us against LT Falk.
I will say this. You know what? I've never actually really rooted for you since you turned on me, or turned on, or what the Project People, this and that, the Revolution, and LTD. I mean, but I will say this. If I see you ever get your hands on him, I'll actually root for you that time. I mean, that'd be the first time in a couple of years since I've actually cheered you on, and I would, because like I said, what he did to Khloe, that was uncalled for, and
in wrestling, there's certain things you do, there's certain things you don't do, and there's that certain line of respect you don't cross. And LT Falk wanted to cross that. That's fine.
Well,
Most
he did.
promoters would fire him, right?
He did.
He jumped on Khloe. Everybody knows me and Khloe. That's my right hand, person right there. And everybody, when they said I should fire LT, why don't I fire LT when I'm gonna get my hands on him? Legally, I can't go to jail if I kill him in the ring.
No, that's one good thing. I don't want you to. I just want you to hurt him and make him suffer.
Might go New Jack on him.
I might get my hands on LT myself.
Well, I seen you toward the end. You doing that little dive. I mean, I could see you had fire in your eyes, and I've never actually seen you with that mean look until then. And you had that look like you was about ready to go psycho, which. Oh, Lord have mercy. But anyway, we're going to go over to the event. Slammin in September. The crowd was great. They were in it. I mean,
They came to see me and Khloe.
You actually had people cheering for you, but I mean,
A lot.
You
More
know.
and more believers.
oh, Lord, here we go again. But anyway, the event was great. The matches were awesome. The crowd, they were into it the whole night. And it was an honor to be the ref in Doug and Tom's match against you two, which I'll go over that in a little bit, but right now we'll go over the beginning. The first match was Tempest against Johnny Whiplash, the River City Saints.
That's more like it, Al. They make you want to faint because they're so freaking
Going
boring.
against each other, and ended up being a double disqualification count out of the ring.
Double count out on Tempest.
Count out on
A ball of
Tempest.
shit is what it was.
Yeah, he kind of like turned on. He had a couple of gestures toward the crowd, which I thought actually he was the one that was the crowd favorite, because since Johnny went psycho like playing the Blue Mini sort of thing last time, I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, we don't know.
But now Tempest kind of had that little bad boy attitude toward the end of here, so I don't know what's going on with them or how they're going to do.
I hope Tempest kills Johnny Whiplash.
Oh,
Not
Lord.
literally kill him, but I hope he ends his wrestling career.
What about Johnny Whiplash knocking Linda on her ass? Poor Linda Nelson. Poor Linda Nelson just wanted a hug, and Johnny Whiplash just tumbled all over her.
I think he tackled her.
I think he tackled her too.
I think maybe he wanted more than just a hug from Linda Nelson.
Oh, Lord have
And
mercy.
didn't even say sorry.
Didn't
He
say
did
so.
say so.
Okay, so we see Tempest was counted out for not getting back in the ring on that one. And the next match, Rough Rider Roy Boy, against T-Bone, Mr. 320 and the Biscuit. I'm going to let you talk about this match.
Why you let me talk about it?
You have that look on your face like you got something you
It
want
was
to say.
horrible. T-Boat, you go out there and you shake your hands with all the stupid people out there, and you try to sing your stupid little song, and you got your crooked little teeth, and you got your little cross-eyed, and you got your fat ass. I mean, hell, it took how many rows of material do you think it took to make them tights?
A lot.
No, I'm telling you.
Probably don't have it anymore.
Probably
Probably
not.
don't even make that material
No,
anymore.
that was a
He's
long
so
time ago
fucking
he got
old.
it. That was back with Moses and all them.
Yeah.
I remember
I remember whenever T-Bone Wrestling was this.
You remember that match?
Yeah.
You're gonna
It was
take
just as horrible as the
Al,
Bird
I
Dogs
ain't
match.
that old. I'm getting older. I'm not that old. I'm middle aged.
I wasn't there.
Maybe
I was
you
there,
said-
though.
You were
I'm
there?
older than Al.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
For
shoot.
real.
Now you tell me. And then Bird Dog, or Rough Rider Roy,
Yeah.
or
Whatever your name is.
Roy boy.
What the hell? What's going on with him? I mean, at one time, I think he's on something. In all
I
actuality.
think his
Don't
problem
run away,
is.
Al.
Where you going
I
now?
really think that he's.
the door so
I just don't. I'm glad you both. And you fought each other, and too bad you all didn't fall off the face of the planet.
Too bad the ring didn't break on you guys.
And then the.
I lost all
fall
respect
on top
for Roy
of it.
after last month what he did to me and the kid. And
He thinks he's a superstar. You know that? I think we're gonna whip his ass.
thanks. He thinks.
I want to say something about Rough Rider Roy. I think it's pretty funny. Everyone knows that Rough Rider Roy is bald. And he had a bandana on his head, and he was spraying it with water. Like, I think he was trying to make his hair grow. I don't know what was going on with that. But, Roy, you're no Cliff Compton. You're no Triple H.
Oh Lord.
Don't try to wet your hair that you don't have.
He should wear his chest hair. He's got quite a bit of chest hair.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that was Miracle Grow or what, dude, but it ain't working for you.
Another match that was a great match. Flash Flanagan, who is the Tri-State title champion, going up against LT Falk, which I thought would be a great scientific match because I've seen LT before, but like I said, when he came in the ring, it's like he was a totally different person, totally different attitude. He came out and the first thing he said was, screw the fans. It's
I
like,
can't blame him on that.
You know, I don't know. The fans, if it wasn't for the fans, you know, we really wouldn't have a show. I mean, who would we be out there wrestling for, Al?
what are you laughing about, Al? Damn, I swear, come on.
I mean, the fans, okay, I'm sorry, Al, I didn't mean to do that.
No, you're not.
Alright, I'm not, but anyway, the fans are our backbone. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether Penny wants to believe it, whether Al wants to believe it, or anybody
I
else.
know they are.
The fans are the backbone, you know.
There's a
We
few,
can't do anything without them.
There's a few smart ones.
There's a few smart
Every
ones.
single one that raised their hand and said they believed in
Yeah,
him.
Michael
You know,
Willer's
God,
one of
Johnny
them. He's a
Richards.
good fan of Johnny Richards. But he's a good fan of Big Al. He wants Big. That's the NFW Nation coming in a week. We want Big Al back.
Michael Wheeler's not
Michael
bad.
Wheeler wants Big Al back. Lyndon Nelson wants Big Al back. Mike Rowan wants Big Al back. Everybody wants Big Al to be back to general manager, and I want him back.
I want you to be general
I
manager.
thought it was nice that Tom Pritchard sold
I'd
Mike
rather
Roman's
Al be
pull
general
paper.
manager.
Oh,
Penny
whatever.
would like
But
Al to be
anyway,
general manager.
in that Flash Flanagan versus LT Falk, Flash ended up pulling the victory away. I kind of surprised LT, caught him off guard real quick and got the pin, and he retained the Tri-State title champion. So congratulations to Flash on his great, like I said, a great match.
I thought it was really good, you know, and LT Falk, you're number one in my book.
Yeah, I would do that, but I'm.
You can do it.
No, I'm gonna behave myself.
You can do it.
I'll behave myself. Okay, the No Limits title between Viper and Cliff Compton.
My good friend, her good friend.
And
the
now you got
Revolution.
another title underneath
Yeah, the Revolution.
your group.
Cliff
Cliff
Compton.
Compton
Viper.
ended up taking the title away from Viper. He is now your
And Cliff won
No
that
Limits
fair and
champion.
square.
Fair and square.
I was very proud of Cliff.
Yes.
Yeah, he is a great competitor. I mean,
No outside interference.
I don't agree with some of his tactics sometimes, but
Why?
he's tough. He's tough.
He's a former WWE champion.
And actually, I'm going to give props to Viper because he's brave for getting in there with Cliff.
He gave him all.
So-
He gave him a good
Cliff, you
match.
don't surf.
He
Cliff,
gave
you
him a
don't
good
surf.
match. He gave him a good match. Whew. All right, Canadian Kid going up against what's it, Shane
Shane
Smalls?
Smalls.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on record out
Go ahead.
right now. So that was probably the best match.
It was good.
of
High
the
flying
night.
match. I mean,
And
they
I'll
were
say
all
that
over.
That was Kid's best match I've ever seen him in.
It was.
And Shane's best match. I've done a lot of shows with Shane down south.
They did really good. They
That
worked
was a
good
hell,
together.
that was a hell of a match.
Canadian Kid came out on top of that match.
I give him props on that
So-
one. That was a hell of a match.
It
Almost as
was
good
good.
as me.
It was good. It was good.
Almost
Then-
as good as Chloe.
Then we had the NFW Tag Title match. Chad Stallings, General Manager, and Dyron Flynn going up against the Wrecking Crew. And
I hate that name.
every time there's a pin, the General Manager, so to speak, Chad tried to change the rules, but
You got even, Al.
I got even.
You got even.
But he
Al.
made the rules.
You
He made the rules.
slide
rules.
Fart you.
He hollered. He says when they get knocked out, you go ahead and count 1, 2, 3. And when they got knocked out, I went ahead and counted 1, 2, 3. They lost. So the victors and still NFW Tag Champs are the Wrecking Crew.
I wish they'd find a better name
Oh,
and better T-shirts.
they are a Wrecking Crew. I mean, now the match. Dangerous Doug Gilbert, Dr. Tom Pritchard.
They're both fired now, by the way.
Taking on, yeah, I know. Taking on NFW Champion Johnny Richards and Satellite Tracy Smothers.
We won. Fair and square.
You were, you were. Actually, I counted 3 on the pin. Well, Tracy had the pin,
I had Dr. Tom.
and they were awarded the victory until the chain came out of his armpit.
You pulled a chain out of your pocket.
Stinky chain
on the
came out of his
ground.
armpit.
He didn't have no chain underneath his
And
armpit.
so since I seen it, I had no other choice but to reverse the decision, give the victory to Doug Gilbert and Tom
You
Pritchard.
pull a chain out of your pocket, threw it on the ground.
It's on video. We got it on video. You
I'll
got
show
it on
to you.
video.
I'll show
Tracy Smith had a chain. I seen it. I had to reverse it. They were the victors.
Pocket,
And it was an honor being the ref in that match. You know, like I said, I was a little rusty, but after a while I got it going. But anyway, Doug and Tom came out on top. Of course, they're fired and no longer under contract in NFW.
I kind of feel
Which
a
is
little bad
dirty.
about that.
You feel bad about
A little
what?
bad about that.
What, firing them?
A little bit.
You going to rehire them back? Cut their pay?
I want to give them opportunity of a lifetime.
Okay.
Because you see, Dangerous Doug Gilbert, I'm going to give you a chance to come back. And I'm going to even let you wrestle on November the 30th. I'll name your opponent later. If you can beat them, I'll give you a job back. Notice I said them.
Dangerous Doug Gilbert's going by himself
By himself. And if he can
against
beat
them.
them, then I'll let him have his job back.
Am I allowed to ask who them is, or
You'll
are,
find
or
out soon
it? Huh?
You'll find out soon enough.
So
And
right
Dr.
now, one match already been confirmed for November 30th, Doug Gilbert versus them. That's kind of like that Stephen King movie.
That's a good movie.
Them.
And
Okay.
Dr. Tom.
Dr. Tom.
I have an
it was
offer
good
for
to see
Dr.
him.
Tom.
He still got it. He still got it.
He's not such a heavenly body anymore. He's not so zippy no more. You know the best part about the Biodonis?
What's that?
Sonny.
She was actually, I will say this, she was actually the very first diva.
You know who's better than Sonny? Khloe.
There you go.
But I got something for Dr. Tom.
Go ahead and say it.
Dr. Tom, you want a job back? I'm going to give you an opportunity too. I'm going to throw a challenge out there right now. Because Dr. Tom, you have something that I want. And a lot of people probably don't realize what he has. And if he accepts a challenge, he can explain what it is. Dr. Tom, if you have any kind of testicles whatsoever, or at least more than LT Falk, I'm challenging you one more time, and I'll put my World Heavyweight Championship up against what you have. But the challenge is there, Tom. Take it or leave it.
What he has.
What he has.
Or do we have to wait till then
If
to
he
find out
accepts
what
it-
he has?
If he accepts a challenge, you'll find out what
So
it is.
Dangerous Doug Gilbert going against them, and NF title against what Dr. Tom has.
If he accepts my challenge.
If he accepts your
He might
challenge, we
be
try to
chicken-
get a hold of him and
He
see if
might
he
be
does.
chicken shit like
Well,
that.
I can't get hold no more. I'm no longer employed there. Of course,
I'll
I
give you
know.
his number.
I know you have something for me to do
You got his number?
in
Who's
November.
got nobody's number?
Get my number.
Well, Charles, I think
That's
Charles does,
Hollywood.
but Charles, oh yeah, Charles isn't here tonight because he was so ticked off about what happened Saturday night. He's very upset with what went on, especially the coalition. He said he'll be back next week. He's got to cool down, so I don't blame him.
How
I
is
mean,
Charles?
He's doing fine. He's just like I said, just a little upset.
The
Now.
main event.
You got a main event.
The main event from Saturday night.
Yes. That's what I'm on. Yeah.
History
NFW Women's Title.
Main event, because for the first time ever in wrestling history, a women's match was the main event.
And it was a great match. It was a great match.
Chloe's great. That's
Miss Rachel challenging NFW Women's Champion Khloe for the NFW Women's Title, and as you've seen,
Seen what happened.
I've seen what happened.
That sneaky little bastard LT come out there
I will-
and distracted me. And while I was on the ropes getting ready to demolish Rachel with my magnificent moves that I have, I got distracted by LT's ugly face, come out there and try to talk me out of it. And Rachel come up behind me and got me in a, what was it called?
Pusher rack.
Yeah, whatever.
we'll show that at the very end of the Love Shack if you want.
Okay.
Let them see exactly what happened.
And tossed me like I was a ragdoll. Of course Rachel is going to beat me with that because she's 3 times my size.
600 pounds.
Yeah, and But that's okay, because November 30th, I got a little surprise for Miss Rachel. Khloe is coming, and she's not coming alone. So be prepared. Because I got a few tricks up my sleeve, too. Look who I've been hanging out with.
You got.
But I'm not as sneaky and conniving as... Rachel will see me coming. But
He
you know.
is.
Yeah, he's sneaky and conniving, but Rachel will see me coming. You'll see me coming.
So November 30th, Khloe and a mystery partner.
Khloe against Miss Rachel.
Chloe gets mystery, but she's got someone
I've got just
a mystery manager.
No, let's just say I just got something up my
A
sleeve.
mystery. Okay. Now let's get this straight. Doug Gilbert versus them.
Versus them.
NFW champion Johnny Richards. If Dr. Tom Pritchard accepts the challenge, put title up against what he has, which we don't know that either. And Khloe is challenging Miss Rachel. And she said she's got something up her sleeve and bringing something there, somebody.
I'm going to get my title back.
We've got 3 matches right now confirmed, but yet we don't know what's going to go on with them. We don't know who's coming in with them. We don't know what's being put up, and we don't know who them is, or it, or whatever.
It. Why you gotta be so hateful?
You're the one that said it, them.
Them.
So,
It. God, jerk.
and again, like I said, them were the matches. Like I said, the crowd was great. Cheap, but great.
Tight asses.
But we had a good turnout. They got into it. You know, they were really.
They were happy to see Johnny Richards and Khloe. And Cliff Compton.
They were hollering
And my
during the
stepdad,
matches.
Tracy
They were
Smothers.
hollering during the matches, but I don't think Mama Rich too, along with Johnny for a great event.
You should thank Tracy Smothers too.
Well,
And Cliff Compton.
you know, I was actually his so-called bodyguard at one time.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Tracy Smothers is a great guy. I want to say, Tracy, thank you for coming.
That was
Tracy, I
then,
love
but
you.
Thank you for taking us under your wing.
He's a legend. I'll give him that much. He's a legend.
He is the only
His
true
attitude.
legend in professional wrestling.
Only true. I don't know about that.
Tell
but,
somebody.
But I'll tell you what, them were the matches for Slammin in September, a great event. We're looking forward, you said, to November 30th.
November 30th.
3 matches already confirmed, Doug versus them, Rich versus Tom, again, with whatever he's going to bring.
If Tom accepts.
If Tom accepts, and
They
Chloe's
might be
got something
chicken
up her
shit.
sleeve
It might be like LT Falk.
against challenging Miss Rachel. So, like I said, I ain't got nothing to do with it no more. Like I said, maybe next week I'll find out what my job's going to be in November 30th. I'll get back with you on that one because, like I said, right now I'm not the manager. I'm not a ref. They took away my jacket.
I still like you though, Al.
You like me for you're gonna, the
I
more
like
you hate
that.
them, the more you like me.
I like you.
Like I said, you know,
I've never had
you
problems.
created a monster when you made him the general manager. You created a monster. So you know,
So he
it
thinks.
came back and bit you in the rear.
So he thinks.
All I know is I want my job back. I
You
want
will
my
soon
job back.
enough.
And I've got it back. And the NFW Nation loves Big Al, which I love the NFW Nation. Thank you very much for all your comments. And he even got, you know, a lot of people back there, you know, cheering for Khloe, saying that you know what happened to her was wrong, which it was. It was wrong. It was wrong. And
How
she
did
had
she
and she had the upper hand on Miss. I will say that she had the upper hand on Miss Rachel and was going on top of the rope. Was like I said, we're going to let them see what happened.
I've done a lot of questionable things in my career, but I've never ever had me and another guy beat up on a woman.
Well, I will admit that I've never seen you do that. I mean, I've seen you holler and argue with your mom every once in a while.
They stomped my eye.
I know. Yeah, I've
Boost
seen
in
you
my
afterward. It was, yeah, I seen you afterwards, and I could tell you weren't very coherent. You was kind of out of it a little bit after what they did, which was wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the card that will happen, and like I said, November 30th will be our next outing. It'll be a little ways away, but that'll give us plenty of time to get a hold of Dr. Tom Pritchard, get a hold of Miss Rachel, get a hold of the so-called coalition and GM, and see what's going
Give me
on,
enough
and
time to
find out what I'll be doing, which I hate
pull
to
my
ask.
tricks
but,
out of my bag.
yeah, well, you give you and Johnny Richards that much time to prepare. I will say this.
Really, me and Johnny Richards don't need that much time to prepare. We were prepared Saturday night when we left the locker room.
Yeah, but
We made a
no,
few
I don't
phone
think
calls.
anybody was prepared for what the coalition did because you
No,
have to admit
no.
you were even surprised at what
Yeah,
they did.
nobody
ready to
knew they were going to
And
attack
I've
me.
never. The only time I ever seen you that ticked off was when you and Judge John were going at it and out in the parking lot
Jerk
last
too.
year or a couple years ago.
He's a
You
jerk
know.
too. Yeah, I mean, I was in the back. We was getting our stuff together. I had put my clothes back on out of my gear. We was loading up. We was ready to go party after the show, waiting for her to get done, get cleaned up, and all of a sudden Tracy Smothers gives me the Iggy. and says, "Hey man, something's going down." And,
Yeah, it was something else.
thanks
It was
Tracy
something
for the heads up. And,
else. Like I said, we'll show the ending of it here in a
LT,
second.
I promise you, I want to give you a beating that your gay daddy should have gave you a long time ago.
I'll
It's-
say that.
it's-
I like to see that myself after what he did.
Stuttering Stanley.
So, well, Rich, Chloe, I don't know.
Promos, but you can't talk in the back.
That's what I want.
Do what?
I want to know how LT Falk can go out there and cut a promo without stuttering, but he stutters like crazy whenever you talk to him.
Not only does he stutter, but it takes him 20 minutes to come up with
I
something.
think it's mostly confusion.
I mean, he didn't.
He
I
talks
think
with
it's
his hands.
confusion.
Like he.
Him and
so-
that one.
I don't know what he's on. I don't know what he does before he comes to
That
the show.
I agree. He's on something. I don't
He's
know what
married
it
to
is.
Miss Rachel.
Oh, that's true. I don't know what she does.
Just think if
either.
you had to wake up to that every
I
morning.
didn't know that. That's a surprise.
You
If
didn't
they're
know that?
married,
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have a baby together.
an ugly kid too.
You find something. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to go there.
It is.
It's not
She's
child.
not ugly.
Well, NFW
She
Nation,
pretty.
that was
Yes,
the
she
event.
is.
We had a great
She's
crowd.
not
Thank you for
Okay,
being
she's
there.
cute.
Rich, Chloe, do you have anything to say before we end it? We're not going to play the music tonight. We're just going to go ahead and show the end of the Chloe match.
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
Dogs don't wear shoes.
Don't forget that.
Dogs don't wear shoes.
Yes.
And
They're
you got
not
something
like
up
horses.
You got something up your sleeve.
Moo.
He's going after what Tom has, and Doug's going against them.
You haven't
Now, I'm
seen
going to be stuttering
anything
because I'm confused.
yet. I promise you haven't
But
seen
go ahead.
anything yet.
You haven't seen nothing.
I
Well, coming from you, I wouldn't doubt it because I know how you are,
I think
but
maybe,
don't know how you are.
I think maybe, I mean, the revolution's hot right now. Maybe on the 30th, maybe there'd be a little bit of fire.
Oh, Lord have
Oh.
mercy.
I think I know
Oh,
what's
Lord have mercy.
Maybe you still got them scissors.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe,
Well, we better,
maybe LT.
since you're in this loving mood, we better go ahead and end this.
Maybe Rachel.
What we're going to
Still
do,
got the clippers.
we're going to end it with the ending of Chloe's
Maybe
match
we'll
and see what happened.
Or their table.
Can I spread the love now?
Can I have this table?
I mean, you might as well because I don't have nothing.
And there's light tubes over there.
Before you spread the love, sir, you gotta show them the end of my match so these people know that Rachel is a sneaky, conniving,
I'm going to spread
little.
love while we
I
go
won't
to the
say
match.
it because I respect Alan Penny's house, but
The Love Shack.
It's a love shack.
it's the love shack. Exactly, that's what I said. But you know what you are.
Okay, go ahead and put it over here. Go ahead and focus it on the match. And
Don't spread love out. That causes STDs.
like I said, NFW Nation,
Yeah.
don't fight amongst yourself.
We're the only two that's not out.
Leave the fighting to us and Johnny Richards and Chloe. All you gotta do is spread
No.
Don't spread it.
the love.
That causes pollution of other people.